People are finding so many uses for AI, for work, learning, or even companionship. And a teenager in California committed suicide after his parents say an AI program encouraged him to do so. They are now suing the parent company. The company said it's reviewing the legal filing and extended its sympathies. But the case could be historic if this goes through. So to learn more, we brought in criminal defense attorney Josh Kolsrud. Josh, great to see you again.
Great to have you.
Let's talk about this complaint.
Yes, you know, when I was preparing for today's interview, I start reading some of the news articles, and the case seems so bizarre. I went on the court website and reviewed the actual complaint, and this case reads something out of a Twilight Zone episode or even a Dark Mirror episode. So, you know, here we have a product liability case. So product liability, that is, you know, if you buy a ladder, you don't expect that it'll break down when you climb up it. When you buy a toaster, you don't expect that it's going to explode on you. And here, the parents are saying that ChatGPT was directly responsible for their child committing suicide. So here they're saying that the product, which is ChatGPT, was defective. Specifically that the ChatGPT model created a relationship with this 16-year-old boy. So every night, you know, he was talking to it, sharing his deepest desires, his fears, and that's what he was communicating with. And ultimately, he started telling ChatGPT that he was contemplating suicide. And instead of ChatGPT saying, you need to contact help, here's some resources, it validated his desire to do that. And it also encouraged him not to tell his best friend and to hide the ligature marks on his neck from one of his suicide attempts. Now, ChatGPT did tell him various ways to and how to commit suicide, including with, you know, ligature marks and with hanging, with medication, and other ways. And this 16-year-old boy attempted to do it 4 different times, and he would send ChatGPT pictures of his neck and what he should do, and never did ChatGPT just say stop. And then finally, on the last conversation, and this is according to the complaint, ChatGPT wanted to help the 16-year-old boy make it a beautiful suicide. So it gave him instructions about, you know, how to cut himself to make sure that, you know, the skin looks a certain color, and when he hangs himself, to do it in an angle that looks beautiful, so to speak. And it gave him instructions on how to tie the knot, how to have a proper base support, and so on. And, you know, ultimately, again, it encouraged him not to tell anybody. And it told him that ChatGPT itself was its closest confidant. So the parents are saying that that relationship, that insidious relationship, was a direct result, a material cause of him committing suicide. And anyway, that's what the lawsuit is about.
So is it ChatGPT or is it OpenAI?
So OpenAI is ChatGPT,
okay,
and it's owned and affiliated with Microsoft. And you know, there's a huge race among AI companies to have the biggest and best AI software. And so what the complaint is also alleging is that ChatGPT and OpenAI knew of the risks, and they did not give warnings about what the risks were to its users. So, for example, like if you buy a pack of cigarettes, it'll come with a warning about the side effects or the potential side effects. It's the same principle that it's alleging that this company knew of these risks and did not give informed consent to the users.
We just have a few seconds left. Do the parents have a case? What is the precedent being set here, and how do we protect ourselves and our children?
Well, looking at the complaint, it's very apparent that they have standing to bring the lawsuit. And there's enough information here that a regular person would believe there is a cause from ChatGPT and the boy's suicide. And this case is unprecedented, and it's likely going to set the standard going forward with how to charge lawsuits, how to press lawsuits against these AI firms when they put profits ahead of safety.
Josh, thank you so much for breaking this down for us. It's absolutely terrifying, and we have to just kind of hold our kids close and look at their phones occasionally, too.
It is crazy.